Ronnie, you got to one thing. You got to understand when you get Chris rolling, forget it. You know, it's hard to stop him. It's like a rolling. It's like
Yeah.
a rock going down a hill. Once it starts, it ain't stopping.
It's a runaway train.
Thank you.
Yeah, how is that my fault though?
You brought it up.
Yeah, you did, really. Like,
You brought it up.
my whole thing with baseball is like they have to figure out what's going on with the MLBPA before anything.
Oh, that's true too.
So they can have all these things in place, and if the players say no, fuck you, it doesn't matter.
That is true.
That's what I was gonna say. And I read a thing where the NFL's actually looking at an N95 filter to put in helmets.
Really, I want to look at that. That's kind of cool.
Well, because that's how they're gonna have to play.
Yeah.
They're gonna have like an N95 filter on the helmet. It's like redonkulous. Yeah, and if that happens, then college might be able to, but they have to have students in campus.
Oh,
that was the NCAA's big thing. It's like
let's not talk about the about college, because that's just there's so many there's so much shit. That's a slippery. I was gonna say you go nuts. Don't get me started.
Well, that's a slippery slope and a half, because now you have morally shady areas.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of morally shady.
Well, all I know is Wednesday we're gonna have Christian on, and it's gonna be a very light show.
Very light show.
No, it's gonna be fun. Like, we're gonna fucking talk. Like I said, we'll talk Last Dance.
It's gonna be a lot. Yeah, Last Dance.
We'll talk
baseball.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit of everything, but it's gonna be
the good old NFL racism rule there.
Yeah, we'll bring that up on Wednesday.
The only thing I'm gonna say quick, and this is quick.
Yeah.
It's sad that the NFL has to incentivize a fair playing field because teams don't do their due diligence to find good minority coaches. Instead, they go with the old guard. And I don't think it's going to change until some ownership leaves and some of the oldest dirt old guard GMs leave. Because I said this to Christian right now, because in college football especially, and in the NFL, a minority coach is basically a code term for placeholder.
Oh, by the way, fuck you with Headstrong.
Dude, Headstrong sucks, okay?
That was never in the original game either, so it shouldn't be in there. It shouldn't be in the remake.
Well, I hate a lot of new metal, okay? I hate a lot of new metal, and there's a lot better music that Tony Hawk had that they could always just go back with.
Oh, they're putting the original soundtrack in.
Some hardcore. Yeah. Well, the thing is, they don't need all original. Like, they can do some
you're gonna
original.
Get, like I said, Power Man 5000. Give me Power Man 5000 and give me Superman by Goldfinger. I'm good.
I'm good with those, but I also want more. You know what I want? Custom soundtracks.
Yeah, well, yeah. Give me everything on there. But all right, yeah. Let's get this started. John, would you like to take it?
Are we starting? I didn't know if we're still talking.
No, we're starting. We're starting.
Quick return. I just want custom soundtracks because that's how I always played Tony Hawk.
Yeah. I think we all played Tony Hawk that way. But
shit. There we are.
But no, John, you can kick us off.
Okay, welcome to the From Real to Heel tonight. It is not the Nerd Port, that is on Wednesday. But anyway,
it is the Nerd Port.
But it's not
the Nerd Zone.
The Nerd Zone. It's not. And tonight, we will be discussing a film from 1990. a Tommy Chong attempt, as it's been publicly said over the time, called Far Out, man. And I've already heard a few things from Chris about it, but we will get into that once we start. But so I am the Zombie Master, and I am joined tonight by, as always,
It is I, Trips. You can follow me on the Twitter at TripsNXC. And yeah.
And it is I, F and Ronnie. Follow me on Twitter at F and Ronnie. You can now subscribe to us on Patreon at the Nerdport Network. Yes, that is true. We are live. There will be exclusive content from the Nerd Zone and from the Nerdport Network coming on there weekly when everything starts to clear up.
Okay, so gentlemen, what did you think? What is your initial impressions of Far Out, man? Chris, we'll start with you.
Okay, so the Tommy Chong attempt, that was right in the credits. I laughed.
Why do you think I said that? That's why I said that.
Yeah, because at first you were like, widely done. I'm like, yeah, it was in the credits. It was in the credits. All right.
It's a joke. It was a joke.
All right. From the beginning, at the beginning part, I was a little because I'm sorry, that was the most disgusting breakfast I've ever seen in my life.
The pineapple, the eggs.
Well, it wasn't that. It was the shit on the floor.
Yeah, that was a little bit.
The mess was just like, oh. and all right, I'm not the cleanest guy. I mean, but I'm pretty fucking clean. But one thing I would never have, like, if my kitchen, you like, oh fuck, dude, that kitchen looks like a bomb hit. It looked like a food bomb hit it, just boom. And I'm like, oh god. And the thing is, at that time, I was drinking coffee and eating Pop-Tarts. So I'm like,
well, that was
why he put in a private message to us: don't eat while watching the beginning of Far Out.
Yeah, I was like, don't eat breakfast. Yeah, because I was like, all of a sudden I got my, I got it back. I got my job back, so I went to work today, because usually what I would do is I would watch the movie in the morning on Monday or in the afternoon. You know what I mean? I was like, well, I'm not going to have a chance to do it this time. So I watched it yesterday morning.
Hence why I also, I watch it every Sunday.
Yeah, I watched it Sunday morning. I woke up, watched my little Russell talk and all that shit. I was like, all right, well, I'm going to put the movie on. And then I was like, oh my god.
I will say this. This movie was cameo heavy.
Well, at that part, at the breakfast part, I was like, ooh. But as the movie went along, I laughed because it was like your usual stoner movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad, but it was
and with some funny physical comedy.
It was bad though.
I didn't think it was that bad because, all right, the one stomach turning breakfast part, after that, I was laughing because I always liked Tommy Chong. And the little dick thing was a total callback to like Cheech and Chong.
But here's the thing. So when we get into the movie a little bit more, Ronnie said it best. This movie was cameo heavy. And we're not going to, we'll discuss the certain cameos for the people as we discuss the movie. But, yeah, when the first time I saw it, I was a little taken aback by the beginning of the movie. But, I mean, it didn't gross me out because I knew people that maybe weren't that messy, but were pretty damn close. They didn't have shit all over the floor. And they didn't crack eggs and then drop them on the floor, pick them up, and put them in a frying pan. We didn't go that far, but I've been in a few stoner houses that they weren't exactly the cleanest, but they weren't this.
Like I can take some dishes around. I can take some clothes on the floor. I could take stuff on the windowsill, whatever. But when it comes to a kitchen, like all that food out there, oh god, no.
Dude, and then he dropped the pineapple.
Dude, I had old housemates that would have
Well,
not food, but like it would be like dishes that of cooked shit and just left out. And
I loved. By the way,
that's why I didn't go into the kitchen.
I loved the pineapple callback because that's a callback to Up in Smoke.
Yes.
Yeah.
You did get that. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know if you were going to get that reference, but I knew that.
Hey! I'm young. I ain't that young.
But the funny thing is, it's like the other part is like how he's got the food all done. He goes to the sink and pulls out a fork and just wipes it on his shirt. God knows how long that fork had been in there. And just puts it on the plate. But then the best part is he's got a little spot on his shirt. He goes, ew. He like knocks a piece of dust off his shirt. Like, ew, that's disgusting. After everything he just did. I just thought that was hysterical. I mean, that's...
Wait, that was his actual wife?
Shall I describe it? Shall we go into it now?
Yeah,
it's nepotism, man.
Okay,
his wife and his kid were played by his
wife and his kid. Like, but no, I didn't know that he did pretty good for himself. Shit.
Well, let me put it to you this way. So the movie basically starts off with, him going through the kitchen, making his breakfast, and then his daughter, played by Ray Dawn Chong, is coming up
his first marriage.
From his first marriage, is coming up in her Jeep with Martin Mull, first cameo.
Yeah, first cameo.
First cameo.
Because he played a character.
First.
Only in the beginning, and that was it. It was only in the beginning, and that was it.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Okay, not cameo. First name. There we go. First actual name.
And then
a cameo was like, "Hi, I'm da 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 da."
Judd Nelson was a fucking cameo.
We get to that.
Judd Nelson. C. Thomas Howell was a cameo.
No, he wasn't. He had a big part in it.
Yeah, but he was himself.
But here's the ironic part. C. Thomas Howell was married to Ray Dawn Chong when this movie was filmed.
Of course.
But then, who the hell is?
To him at the time.
Well, I missed this. Who the fuck was Kyle?
That's
Tommy Chong's other kid.
That's Paris Chong. That's his youngest son.
No, I'm saying in the
Tommy
movie was. Oh, that was. Oh my Jesus Christ.
That's why I said it's nepotism, man.
Yeah.
But it's like he's basically he's been showing up to Ray Dawn Chong's movie sets, interrupting because he's trying to find his girlfriend Tree, played by Shelby, his wife. Her name is Tree, of all things.
Shelby Chong.
Shelby Chong.
Shelby? Oh, sorry.
Shelby Chong. And she's basically, he's trying to find her because she took my kid, man, and she took all my patches, man. But the part that I thought was a little odd is that they go back into a flashback, and basically when he was in the band, and it was him, Shelby, I forget the black character's name. I forget what his name was. Bobby. I said Bobby. I forget his name. I forget the actor's name.
Lou.
Yeah, I'm a down on this luck black man.
And then she sings the same line. She goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, stop! Whoa, 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 stop!"
Bobby Taylor.
And then they say like, "Oh, she couldn't sing." I'm like, "You fucking kidding me? She could sing."
Bobby Taylor is his name.
Bobby Taylor. That's it. I couldn't think of his name. But and he goes, "You gotta kick her out of the band, man." And he's like,
"Kick her out of the band because
man.
I'm fucking." Well, just say really why you got to kick her out of the band, because we're talking about being an angry black man and she's a white woman.
She's singing the line though.
Yeah, because but the thing is, like you're saying, oh, she can't sing. She's saying, oh, she can't sing.
But the whole thing was, and then eventually, her and Tommy are having relations, and she's like, "Oh man, I gotta go, man. I gotta go pick up this people at band practice, man." And she's like, "Oh, okay. I'll just say." and he goes, "Oh, you're not in the band anymore, man."
Yeah, you're not in the band. She's like, what?
What?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, you're a terrible singer, man. But we always turned your mic off.
we made the mistake. We left your mic on, man. And that's the one thing. If you took a shot every time Cheech or Tommy Chong said "man," you'd be dead.
You'd be dead. Yeah.
Well, that's what he always says.
It's man. Everything's man. But so she proceeds to take his kid and cut all the patches off his jeans. And that was a big running joke. He wanted his kid and his patches back. So he gets hypnotized by Martin Mull's character,
Dr. Little Dick.
Doctor what? No, it's pronounced Lytle Dick.
No. First he said Little Dick. And he's like, no, it's Lidd Little Dick. Because he first said, he's like, Dr. Little Dick? He's like, no, that's Dr. Little Dick.
Before he did that, before he hypnotized him, Little Dick decided to have some breakfast. And he picked up a alleged used condom.
All right. Let's
okay. Oh, wait a minute. I'm forgetting one thing. I'm glossing over. Cameo number 2. Did you notice the band that was playing?
Oh my God!
Who's the band?
Did you notice who the guitar player in the band was? Chris might know it. Ronnie, I don't know if you know it.
I didn't see it right away,
but you noticed there was a band playing.
Yeah.
You know who that band was? That was Dokken.
Ah, good old Dokken.
That was Don Dokken.
Oh God.
Don Dokken singing.
And they go, wait a minute, I got to turn the music down, man. It was an actual band there.
Hey, we got.
You good? Oh shit, we got paid, right? Yeah. Okay, bye.
No. He goes. The line is, man, that's the first time we all came in together.
Yeah. Okay, Dokken.
But
I was gonna say the only time they've had more power than NWA.
Oh God.
Excuse me.
So basically, he hypnotizes them to saying, he goes, you gotta go out and do what you always did. And he convinces them to become a roadie and stuff again. And
all right, here's the funny thing. All of a sudden, he's like, I'm back on the road, man. So, and it's like, all right, so you're back on the road, but you haven't been on the road forever. So who the fuck band are you working for?
He just had a thing full of equipment.
The Farts is the first band.
That's the one he goes to. That's where we're gonna get into that later, but
he wouldn't be the roadie for the Farts because
he wasn't a roadie for anybody.
Yeah, he's like, when he said I gotta go to Fresno, that was Little Dick saying, could you take me to Fresno?
And he thinks that's where the gig is in Fresno. And there just happens to be a band playing in Fresno that night.
So just think about this. So Far Out Man, because he's never known as anything else.
No.
So Far Out Man has just left Dr. Little Dick in his house for the duration of this movie. Because he was supposed to take him back to Torrance.
Yeah.
But it never happened.
And apparently Little Dick can play a mean guitar.
Well, no, he picks up the guitar and he almost gets shocked at that.
No, not the first one.
No, the first one, no, but in the second one, he's like, there's a short in it, man. I gotta fix that.
Which, yeah. Good thing
he takes it.
I was gonna say, good thing he brought it with him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's like, I'm back on the road.
And then he goes to pick up then he's like, well, we're gonna be on the road, man. So I gotta feed so he has. This is gonna be our last meal. So he has a thing of hash and dog food, and he accidentally gives the hash to the dog, and the dog food to himself. After the dog eats half of it, and he goes, "Oh, that's mine, man. Here's yours." And he starts eating it. But that's the last you see of the dog too.
Well, he put him down. He's like, I forgot which is which. You decide. And the dog was right for the hash. All right.
Then what did you guys think of the amusement park that he had in his mind?
Oh, the hippie land.
Hippie Land.
I mean, the funniest part was when he actually built the one piece for real,
And
and the
that's when
guy got
Bobby got
caught.
stuck in it.
Built the fucking testicles.
Yeah, yeah. He got caught on it, and then all of a sudden it went, and then it freaking fell, and that dude like that. That was some funny shit.
Oh, hey man, I'm sorry, man. I gotta get you stuck. It's up in the upright position, so you should be good, man.
But the cartoons were just like how they were all getting inside a giant black rocket with the black tip. Oh, what is
Yeah.
that supposed to be? I wonder.
Jimi
Wink,
Hendrix
wink,
has balls and dick.
dick.
Oh, they were not shy about it. Literally, they had Jimi
Oh,
Hendrix's
no.
fucking
Oh, no.
balls.
You know, it's just like, and then when the rocket goes off,
It explodes.
It explodes.
While all the people parachute down. I'm like, wow, that's a ride that you could only ride once.
Well, then you gotta take a break and recoup.
By the way, did anyone notice when they did that what the seatbelt was?
I forgot. What was the seatbelt? I forgot.
It was crabs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
God.
All right. I mean, it's been a while since I watched it the other night.
It's been a
And
while.
I've seen it so many times. I don't even need to watch it again. I mean, I could quote it. Well, not quote it.
Oh, you'll love the movie I'm about to pick later.
But so basically, he goes back on the road and he goes to the first venue where the parts are playing. But I forgot a part. Basically, his wife or his girlfriend and the son are at this prissy weird school.
The new
And
age. The new age school where you're only.
All he wants to do is study, but they're like, he's mellowing out.
The only rules of this school is no reading and no homework, and he's broken both of them.
And that's another cameo too. That the actor was Paul Bartel, who's done movies like Eating Raoul. He was in Rock and Roll High School. Very big character actor in the 60s and 70s.
God, Rock and Roll High School, great fucking
See,
movie.
I thought at first, because it was a tall guy, I thought it was Richard Mull.
No, that was Paul Bartel.
Yeah, I was like, is that Richard Mull? I'm like, no, it's not.
So basically, all right, so now that we know, so basically he's like, I have 2 tickets to the Farts concert. You should take him to go see the Farts. You know, he's sitting there all sounding all British and dignified, but he's telling you to go see a band called the Farts. So,
Which was a punk band.
Which is a punk band. So, C. Thomas, Tree, and
Kyle.
Kyle.
No, don't start.
God damn it, Kyle! I told you, Kyle, go see Fats, Kyle!
See, I'm not talking that kind of Kyle. I'm talking like Kyle.
I know,
Kyle Busch.
I'm sorry.
I knew he was gonna start with the South Park shit. But anyway, I digress.
No, Kyle Busch is a race car driver.
I know. I knew where you were going.
South Park.
I knew where you were going. I knew you were going, Kyle.
Yeah.
So basically, they're at the thing, and then he starts to bring in the equipment, and they're like, that guy Bobby goes, well, you're late. You got to go to the next gig. So he starts picking up all the equipment and puts it back in the car. And
Gigs in Fresno, man.
And then he goes, you got any blow? And he goes, blow? He goes, yeah, all you roadies got the good blow. He goes, I don't do blow, man. I don't do that anymore. He goes, oh, man, you're shitting me, bro, and all that stuff. So he proceeds to say, I'll get it for you at the next gig or something. So he goes into the car, into his truck, and Kyle, at this point, climbs into the car and falls asleep in his truck. So he starts driving down the road, and this is where the big cameo was. So he's driving down the road, and he's falling asleep. And the next thing you know, we see an appearance by Cheech Marin. Going, hey, far out, man, wake up, you're going to fall asleep. He's like, oh, and he looks at it. He goes, Cheech? And he goes, what the hell am I doing in this movie? I have development deals all over town. Why am I here? And he goes, I'm out of here.
Cameo.
Yep,
Cameo. That
cameo.
was the next. That was the other cameo. So what will you? So I mean, I'm not going to go word for word.
Man,
So
that was Cheech and that was Cheech right before his Nash Bridges.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was
Bridges
that was Nash Bridges. That was right before he did Tin Cup.
now this was what he had just done. He had just done his first solo movie called Born in East L.A.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. I was about to say that.
So that was that. He was in the process of doing Born in East L.A. And Tommy Chung had asked him, "Can you do a little cameo spot?" This is when they weren't getting along that well. But he agreed to do the one spot because he goes, the fans would probably love it. And he came in, did his little spot, and then that was the last we saw of old Cheech. But what were your guys like? What did you think of the movie in general?
Go, Ronnie.
I mean, it's an attempt at it, and I don't want to say because he's made it the tagline, an attempt of a comedy movie. It really was an attempt at a comedy film, and I'm not saying that it was horrible because it wasn't. It was a typical stoner film. It was something that you literally watch and you turn your brain off, literally. Because goddamn Tommy did.
Well, you know what it is? I think Tommy's brain has been off since the 60s.
Tommy barely can sing I Will Survive. If you've ever seen that clip, God bless you. That is the funniest shit in the world.
Alright, so... See, it wasn't... Like, you guys are, it was an attempt. I'm like, dude, it was funny.
But,
if you like stoner humor...
See, that's the thing.
And you get, like, the college-type humor that they were going for, it was funny. I mean, it was like... It was a lot like the college movies. Like, I could see this... Seriously, I could see this movie right with PCU, and I'd be fine.
Yeah. But the other part of the movie, I mean, I'm not going to rehash everything, but the other part of the movie that I thought was funny was all the C. Thomas Howell stuff was really funny.
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
Like
it's because nobody knew who he was. He thought he was more famous than he was, and stuff like that. And they're like, the one lady tries to interview him. He goes, "I don't have time. I'm on my private plane," and stuff like that. But then he gets arrested, and he goes, "Man, I was in Soul Man." He starts dropping all these movie references of what he was in. And he goes, when he's in the police station, he goes, you missed out on this movie that he wanted to do in Italy. And he goes, well, who got it? And he goes, Judd. He goes, Judd Nelson? He's a hack. Blah, 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 and all this stuff with Judd Nelson. But then one of the parts of the movie is, towards the end of the movie, Judd Nelson shows up. And he walks up to C. Thomas Howell and he goes, I'm sorry, I don't watch television. He goes, man, I was Pony Boy, man. He goes, I don't watch TV. It's C. Thomas Howell was making a mockery of himself.
Look,
which is what I thought was hysterically funny.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's hilarious because C. Thomas Howell was playing a character like... Basically, C. Thomas Howell was playing C. Thomas Howell if he was a dick. Yeah. Which C. Thomas Howell, like, the whole time... Like, he rarely did interviews. He was very reclusive. Which is pretty hilarious when you see him like, oh, I did that. When C. Thomas Howell never cared about that shit.
Yeah, right? But the fact
that's the funny part about it. He never cared about it. He even said, I don't care.
But the fact that he's, like, trying to, claim that he's like, I was in Soul Man, I was in The Outsiders, he's dropping all these movies like we the audience, we know what you've been in.
Like, really? Red Dawn?
Like, Red Dawn? You've never heard of Red Dawn? I mean, like, But it's like, it's crazy that, and the whole time it's like Tommy Chong is riding around with Kyle, but doesn't realize that's his friggin' son until
Yeah.
near the tail end of the movie when Tree and C. Thomas are broken down, and he's like, Tree, and he's like, yeah, that's your son. And then eventually I don't know I forget how they end up splitting up again. And that's when Judd Nelson shows up at the house, and Judd Nelson's like, "Weren't you so and so? You would be great for this movie." That's when we get the whole, "I was in Red Dawn, man. Didn't you ever see this?" And
Yeah.
but the fact that when he was in the police station, he's saying Judd Nelson's a hack. He's this, that, and the other thing. And when Judd Nelson's there, he goes, "Judd Nelson, I love you, man." It's like that's Hollywood for you. Little ass kissing never hurt, I guess.
No. No, it doesn't.
But then the best to finish it off, and then we'll discuss different things. We'll discuss your feelings on it. They get the band back together. The only reason she'll come back is if they get the band back together, and then all of a sudden, she can fucking sing now.
She could sing before.
But even though that wasn't her voice, this is me and I'm back again. I mean, really? That wasn't even her voice.
Yeah, well, But the thing is, the character could sing.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, the character could sing. He's like, well, your voice is in style now. So it wasn't in style for doing I'm an angry black man. No, of course it's not in style for I'm an angry black
man. I mean, good Lord, really?
Maybe you shouldn't sing songs about I'm an angry black man then. Especially if you have a bunch of white dudes in your friggin' band there, and then you have one guy.
Yeah, right. It was Bobby.
I'm an angry black man. It's like, okay,
like really, that was rough to watch.
No, it's just like, okay, so white dude's playing a song and a black guy saying he's an angry black man. All right.
But this, what I said, I hinted at it last week. I think Ronnie said he looked at it. You didn't see the budget for this, did you, Chris? You didn't look it up, right?
No.
Because we want you to get Ronnie. You already saw it, right?
Yeah.
Chris. You watched the movie now. You saw what they did. I want you to guess at how much the budget was for this. And don't look it up. Don't Google it. I want you to guess.
I'm not. 500,000.
How much?
500,000.
You hit it exactly
yeah,
on the
right
head.
on the fucking nose.
Because one, it was a theatrical release.
Yeah, and it was
Two, it looked
2 minutes.
competent, and they had some stunts, like the C. Thomas Howell, like the tow truck, like, oh shit, stunt. So automatically that drives up the price right there. Then they had a couple other crash stunts. So
and the amusement park ride.
Yeah, the amusement park animation. Yeah, so you had stunts. So as soon as you have stunts and action set pieces, then you have. As soon as you have action pieces and stunts, you're done. Automatically the price goes up. So there it is.
Yeah. So I mean, for what?
No, I'm watching Raw, so Ruby comes out to job to Charlotte now. Yay.
Okay, yeah, I saw that, but I was hoping you were going to bring that up. But I mean, the movie, I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad either.
Well, we're missing the one other cameo, too, that's in this film that's kind of funny.
What was the other cameo?
Good old Michael Winslow!
Oh, that's right, the cop, yes, the cop at the airport.
Motormouth, yep, as a freaking cop. I'm like, okay, that's funny. Okay, we're gonna just police. We're gonna police academy. We're gonna police academy this shit. Fine, okay.
That was during Police Academy 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever, I forget. I lost track with all the fucking
When Michael got his groove back.
But so, all right, Chris. Final thoughts on Far Out Man. Let's get your final synopsis, and then Ronnie will get to yours.
All right, I like. Well, I said I had no problem with it. I thought the C. Thomas Howell stuff was hilarious. The physical comedy, like the stunts and stuff, really made it hilarious. Like if it didn't have that, it might be a little too. Like the unwitting fight was hilarious. Like there was a lot of stuff that was funny. Like where the guy's like, "You got any blow?" and then he takes a bunch of like prescription
Vitamin
like,
pills.
vitamin pills and shit like that. And like other things, like other like painkillers and stuff like that, and he just crushes it up.
Yeah.
And they got like,
woo! Like literally a 2-minute.
I never had some blow like that. That is some crazy shit.
Like a 2-minute. Like a 2-minute.
Woo!
Yeah. Then he has a heart attack. Then he dies, and then they put him back with the guitar. It's like
my favorite line though is
they trying to kill me with this weird blow, and then he tried to electrocute me with the guitar. Like that shit was hilarious.
Oh, he was my favorite part of the movie.
Right,
he
when
legitimately
he gave his kid a toy gun and he ended up with a whole artillery.
Freeze there, man.
You know how old his son was.
Freeze, man. I'm gonna blow your head off, man. Freaking Winslow's like,
the terrorist. There's a terrorist at the airport. Oh my god! Really? Where's the terrorist, man? I don't know.
By the way, also too, the fact that who the fuck was in it? Buddy Daniels. If you know horror films, you know this guy. He's the bald-headed gang leader.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know Buddy did.
Yeah.
Oh my god! What the hell, man?
Yeah.
What the hell? Man?
I was gonna say that was a nice little cameo. Like everyone's like, Dee was watching. She goes, "Who is that?" I go, "It's a guy in a lot of horror films. Don't worry about it."
So the funniest thing when you first see Kyle, with like the "No, mother, I like classical." All right, that's not his kid. And then as soon as you get to the punk rock and everything like that, everybody has the spikes in his hair, and you can see he's had a good amount of weed and beer. You're like, "Yep, that's his kid." He's like, "Yeah, man." I'm like, "Oh my god."
Apparently, Buddy was also in fucking Lucha Underground for a little bit.
All right.
So, So your final synopsis. You didn't hate it.
No, I didn't hate it. I like I said, I liked it. Like I could watch this and then watch PCU and be good.
But the only part you were turned off by was the beginning.
Oh yeah, I would skip the breakfast. I would skip the breakfast. I'd find a chapter for this to skip it. I'm like, all right, first 10 minutes, I don't need a seat. Done.
Ronnie, your thoughts and synopsis on the film?
I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat. I mean, stoner. Obviously, comedy is subjective to what people might think. See, I like movies like Half Baked and stuff like that. That is stoner comedy, but
oh yeah,
there's I don't know something like Tommy Chong doing it by himself, trying to do what he made so famous with Cheech. Kind of didn't fit for me.
Right.
But Cheech was always usually
the straight yeah, well, that's the thing.
Like
but that's why it worked. But that's why it worked. Cheech being the straight man counterbalanced Tommy.
Yeah.
That's why that always worked. That's why those two are always so funny together. Tom, like I said, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. I wouldn't. It's a movie. It's something again that you can watch and turn your brain off. That's. There's always room in theater for that. There is always room for that. It's not like a college stoner film like a Van Wilder or an Old School where it's that kind of comedy. But it's there. It's something that you can throw on and watch if you really want to.
Yeah.
I found the physical.
Oh yeah, the physical stunts kind of what made
the physical comedy hilarious. That's why. That was one thing I really liked about it. I liked the physical comedy.
I'll agree with that. The physical comedy was really good.
Yeah.
I think the fact that him trying to be, but him talking and be funny, it seemed not all there. Like I said, when Cheech was there, it was fucking hilarious because Cheech was able to play off of him. Even for that little bit. But he didn't really have a straight man to play off of.
Right, because I find it interesting is because he did this movie, Cheech did Born in East LA. The reason they did it is because their last movie they ever did together flopped and tanked. The worst of any movie they ever did was when they did Cheech and Chong's The Corsican Brothers.
Yeah.
It was stupid.
It was their first movie they did. There was no pot humor. It was all done in like I think the like kings and queens and all that stuff, and it was just like a total departure from what they did. And it flopped terribly, and then they decided to break off and do their own movies, and then they just split up. And for the longest time, they didn't speak either.
Yeah, they hated each other. That's well documented. They hated each other.
But it took almost 20 years for them to finally reunite again and they did shows, they did a new comedy special and stuff like that. A lot of people don't realize Tommy Chong's 81 years old. He still gets around as he's still amazing.
So you get a kick out of this. Tommy Chong did The Masked Singer.
Yeah.
He sang I Will Survive.
I heard he did.
He got eliminated early. Guess what his character was?
What?
Just guess. If as well as you know Tommy Chong, if you think, what would he dress up as?
A giant pot. A giant joint.
No, something that can be put on television. Think of his movies. What would he dress up as?
An ice cream man.
No, a pineapple.
Oh God.
Okay.
A surfing pineapple. I'm like, okay, Tommy. I didn't even have to hear his voice. Him singing "I Will Survive" was a dead giveaway. But then all of a sudden, you just see a giant fucking surfing pineapple. I'm like, it's either Cheech or Chong. Whoever the fuck is in that costume.
Yeah, but Cheech and Chong to me, to this day, I still love Cheech and Chong. I have literally watched Up in Smoke more times than I care to count. All of the movies, a couple, like I said, the Corsican Brothers was pretty friggin' was terrible. They did a pirate one too, Yellowbeard, which also wasn't very good either.
Let's face it, their most famous movie together is Up in Smoke.
Yeah, and Nice Dreams was another big hit for them too.
Yeah, but I'm saying what people really know about them is Up in Smoke.
Well, that was their debut movie too.
Yeah, but they were also coming off of how big their stand-up used to be.
But here's another little thing. I don't know if you caught it. They said, I don't know which character said it. They said Dave, and then Tommy Chong without fail goes, "Dave's not here, man."
Yeah, I saw it. I heard that.
As soon as I said, "Oh, that is a throwback for the fans," because if you're not a fan of Cheech and Chong, you're not going to know that joke. That joke's going to just fall on deaf ears for you. Dave? Yeah. Dave's not here, man. Come on. You can't get any better than that. Yeah. But all in all, I thought, when I picked this, I figured, you're either going to you're going to hate it, or B, you were really going to like it. I had a feel, and I called it. I said, the beginning of the movie's going to gross you out, and you're like, whatever. I don't think you took me serious on that one until you saw it.
I was like,
But Ronnie, you said Dee watched it?
Yeah.
And what was her take on it?
She did not watch the beginning.
She left the room?
She was leaving the room when the beginning started, so she did not see the beginning.
But she saw the rest of it?
Yeah, she thought it was like how kind of the same way I felt.
I mean, it's a High Times movie.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a high time. Exactly, yeah.
But
I mean, I wasn't expecting Tommy Chong to make anything else.
No, yeah, it's a stoner film.
But I mean, it's.
I mean, he could go right from this movie to being Red.
Oh.
I think that was what, National Lampoon Senior Trip?
Yeah, Principal Dickhead. I'm Red, man.
That's Red!
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's face it. After everything was done, his next big thing after he took kind of a break was getting on that '70s show.
No, and then he took his break. Then he took another break when he was sent to jail for a while.
Well, no shit.
But the weird thing is he got sent to jail for bongs, not for pot, for the bongs.
Yeah.
Which I thought was the biggest crock of shit that you can ever imagine.
California, man.
But you know what the funny thing is like nobody came to his defense. The only person that kind of came to his defense was Cheech. You know, nobody else
can't make a bomb.
No, there's.
You can make a bong, not a bomb.
But I'm sorry. Since we're talking about Cheech and Chong, I can't. There's one scene in one movie that I will never forget. It's like he goes when he hands him that giant joint and he goes, "Led Zeppelin."
Oh, dude. Well, no, that was the joke.
That's a quarter pounder, man.
Oh, dude, he made that joke in this film.
I know he did. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Hey, a roach, man. Oh, I'm gonna save that later.
Later.
But the fact that he goes, it's a quarter pounder, man. He goes, it's part Maui Wowie and part Labrador. He goes, what's Labrador? It's dog shit. My dog ate my stash, man, and I had to file in 3 days till I got it back. Really put a dog's mind, though, man. That has got to be the ultimate scene in that movie. Where they're sitting on the guardrail, and they're not even driving. And he goes, am I driving too fast, man? And they're parked. Oh, God, I can never get sick of Cheech and Chong.
Smoke.
Well, that was far out, man, and I'm glad you guys got a kick out of it. I didn't know what to expect from it when I picked it. I figured, okay, like I said, they're either gonna like it or B, they're gonna hate it.
Oh, like I said to you before, don't care what we think. Pick movies you want to watch, because guess what? The movie we're about to watch next week, I've never seen it. Chris has it on DVD from the release date, and I guarantee
Not DVD. I have it on Vudu.
On Vudu.
So I have it on HD Blu-ray, bitch.
Okay, I thought you were about to say
that makes it that even more dorky.
and John, I don't think you've ever seen this, but it's on Netflix, so you're good. Before I go into it, are we good? Do we need anything else we need to talk about with this movie, or should I announce what we're watching next week?
All right, now. Oh no, wait a minute. Would we recommend this?
Yeah. I think, like I said, it has a place.
If you're watching like college, stoner movies or the Tommy Chong oeuvre, yeah, watch it.
Yeah. I mean,
but if you're like, oh, I'm gonna watch like a cinematic masterpiece, yeah, stay far away.
Oh no,
this is no Citizen Kane.
No, this ain't Rosebud. This is
this is just Bud.
If you're gonna have a '90s marathon, like with PCU, Dead Man on Campus,
UHF.
Half-Baked.
Well,
Half-Baked.
UHF is the 80s. I'm like
Yeah.
talking like Half-Baked, PCU, Dead Man on Campus, Half-Baked. Hell, even Can't Hardly Wait.
Yeah.
Or actually, Slackers.
Slackers is a great fucking film.
Yeah, Slackers. I mean, you put right with that. Yeah, it goes right with the whole like sophomore humor, do nothing, guys. It works.
But you know what it was? When I thought Ronnie and I were speaking, that was one of my choices. That was actually going to be, I had 3 movies I was going to choose from. One of them was Far Out Man. One of them was Slackers, and I forget what the other one was.
Slackers is where I really started liking Jason Segel. My tibia, he broke my tibia.
But then the fact that Laura Prepon is sitting there jerking off, or and this was right during that '70s show.
This is like right when it was towards the tail end of that '70s show.
Yeah.
Yep.
But so all in all, it's if you want some like brainless funniness, some slapstick and pot humor, this is all you. This is have fun with it. It'll be good. You'll enjoy yourself with it. And that's that. So Ronnie.
Yes. Well, we go from high times to high kicks. Sorry.
Lord, I'm afraid now.
It is a remake of a sequel that's a remake of an original.
Oh, so you're going with the remake of the
sequel? No, I'm not doing the sequel. No. We'll do the sequel later, but it's this sequel. It is... How to describe it? It's a sequel of the original.
But it's not a sequel of the original. It's a remake.
But it's a reboot of an original that almost is a sequel. If that makes any fucking sense.
But it's not, because the guy's name is Kurt Sloan.
Right, but just we're going to a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, John.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Van Damme.
We're going to China. Or is it Thailand? No, it's Thailand.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And Dave Bautista plays Tong Po.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We are going to watch Kickboxer Vengeance.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Jean-Claude Van Damme is now playing the role of Tien.
Yeah, his
name is Durand.
It's
I am Durand.
It makes this literally makes no sense, because they put this out in 2016 and I've heard so many people go, is it a remake?
Ronnie will love this, because
I've never seen this. I've never seen this movie either. So
you'll love this. You'll love this because Jean-Claude Van Damme, who plays Durand, he basically fights with a fedora and he never loses it.
So just to give you an idea of who's in this, George St. Pierre's in it. Dave Bautista's the villain, which how Dave Bautista represents the jacked Asian. Huge fucking arms. Luke Hawks is in this movie.
Oh God.
And I mean, they literally went and scraped the fucking barrel. Cain Velasquez. For UFC and pro wrestlers, they literally scraped and went and found anybody. Which makes it better, because the sequel has fucking Mike Tyson and Thorne Bjornsson.
Oh, dear God.
They wanted fighters. Well, they wanted guys that look like fighters. So UFC fighters, pro wrestlers. Makes sense.
And it's just the trailers I've been watching, I'm like, I've never seen this film. I've wanted to see this film. I've heard mixed reviews of this. That it's good, but it's so silly.
Is it a comedy or is it a drama?
No, it is a drama action film.
It's an action drama, but with Van Damme, as it always, there are some comedic elements.
It's Van Damme. First off, if you've ever seen the original Kickboxer,
I saw it years ago.
just go with that, because I have a feeling, I wonder how close they're going to keep it to the original.
One of the first Jean-Claude Van Damme movies I ever saw was No Retreat, No Surrender.
Oh, God.
That's one of the first ones I ever saw him do.
The first one I ever saw of his was Bloodsport. Then it was
Then it was Frank Dukes.
Yes, then it was Kickboxer. Then it was Street Fighter.
Dude.
Kyle.
This is more of the cool Van Damme. This isn't like dramatic Van Damme, where it's like, Tumpo hurt my brother. Now he cannot walk. Like, not that Van Damme.
No.
I thought when you
more
said Van
like-
Damme, I was like
Wait.
praying it was not that stupid Dennis Rodman movie,
Yeah, this is
Oh,
more
what?
of like-
Double
more
double
of a-
team?
Yeah.
Double Team.
This is more of almost like how he was in Pound of Flesh. He's like, give me the goddamn book. And then he proceeds to beat the shit out of a guy with the Bible. Like that, Van Damme.
I was gonna say, this is Van Damme when he was known for. This is like around probably when he put the the splits in between the trucks. When that whole
He kind of did this. He's always done the splits.
no, but do you not remember the commercial that he put out where it was the two semi trucks that he was doing the splits in between?
Yeah.
That was so. I don't remember. I don't remember everything, but I do remember him.
This is probably around the time when he started shooting Jean-Claude Van Johnson.
Okay.
I am Jean-Claude Van Damme. Ah, and now I'm going to show again. Oh, that really hurt.
Wait, he has a film with Dolph Lundgren? What? Called Blackwater?
Universal Soldier.
No! New one called Blackwater that was put out in 2018.
Yeah.
All I remember was Universal Soldier.
Oh, this looks bad. Oh.
Gee, it's Dolph Lundgren and Jean-Claude Van Damme. It's like, yeah, two Oscar-nominated actors.
Hey, fucking He-Man. He-Man and Drago.
Oh, God. All right, so yeah, Kickboxer.
Yes.
Okay.
It's on Netflix.
Yes, it's cool. It's like back when he was cool Van Damme.
I just thought the fact that they got Tong Po to be Dave Bautista to be fucking Tong Po is just fucking hilarious to me.
Well, Michael Kesey's like fucking like 60 years old.
So just so you know, IMDb gave this a 5 out of 10. But the Metacritic score is a 37.
Oh, we didn't even do the stuff for Far Out Man. What were the ratings on that?
3.5, I think.
That's about right.
So
Hold on.
IMDb gave Kickboxer Vengeance a 5.
Yeah. Actually, no.
Eh.
Oh my god. I was wrong. IMDb gave it a 5.1.
What,
I don't
Kickboxer or Far Out Man?
Far Out Man. It
Well,
is a-
I remember well, a lot of people must have went on and shit it because I remember for the longest time it was like a 7.
Oh, what?
Kickboxer.
Kickboxer?
Yeah, Kickboxer. Naya, please don't wear sheer shit ever again. She looks like a horrible soldier from the Nutcracker.
Oh, Naya?
Naya.
Yeah. With the fucking shoulder pads and shit.
Well, that's
And
the
then she's
thing.
got these sheer leotards. I'm like, what the fuck?
Who's
That-
she gonna hurt this week?
Yeah, right?
Nobody. Asuka, beat the hell out of her. Good. I like Asuka a lot more right now. Because
But-
it's obvious that Ruby Riot's just jobbing to everybody, so she's never turning face. Even though she took on Charlotte and had a perfect opportunity to turn face and had a decent match with her. but she jobbed out in the end.
See, that's what someone wrote. Someone wrote that great. An honest, powerful, but cheesy remake of an 80s classic.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on Raw, so Liv Morgan was like, I don't know who I am, but I know who I am, but you will know who I am when I know who I am. What?
Well, then who are you?
Fucking annoying right now. Jeez.
Well, speaking...
I didn't hear the promo. I just figured that's what it was.
So, speaking of women's wrestling...
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that segue. We got to talk about CZW. And Becky Lynch and Jim Cornette.
Before we start, I won't mention names, but Ronnie, I saw you had a little one-on-one with somebody over the weekend.
Oh, yeah. I went after him because I'm sorry. You know what? Let's get into boxing lunch right now.
What? Wait, what? Repeat that?
Let's get into boxing lunch, Becky Lynch.
Oh. Okay.
It's a running joke.
Me with that.
It's a running joke because of Burt Balkins, you know, that whole thing, Bork Laser.
Oh, God, yeah. Okay, what do you...
Wait. Who did you have a fight with?
We're not going to mention names because we're not going to call people
I'll
out.
text. You know what? I'll put it in chat. I'll put it in Facebook.
Skype.
Yes.
Yeah,
Facebook.
Is it anyone of any significance?
Hell no! You know what? I wish you just had your Stephen A. fucking promo going because I would have just hit that. Hell no!
Alright.
Because...
Okay.
Yeah, that's who I got into a tit for tat with because... So if anyone hasn't been living under a rock, Becky Lynch announced that she's pregnant. Okay.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Yeah. Well, apparently, Jim Cornette came out and pretty much said exactly what Shayna Baszler fucking said. That's really where the big issue is. Shayna Baszler said the exact same fucking thing on Raw.
Yeah. In character.
In character. And Jim is known for his outlandish opinions. That's what it is.
All right.
It's an opinion.
We're not gonna bury Jim Cornette.
No, I'm not.
Well, he does this and that. No,
I'm not burying Jim Cornette because I'm actually going to say is what he said is 100% right. Now, is it a little bit? Is it a little? Let me finish. Is it a little?
I have stuff to say about this too, but
is it a little?
What I'm saying is like he always talks in the aspect of the business.
I understand.
So therefore, what he said wasn't 100% right.
Well, if you let me
pertains to the wrestling business, it makes sense, but it's not 100% right.
Well, you gotta let me fucking finish. Holy shit! Because I was about to say, it's in his opinion, it is right, but it came off a little bit overblown. He went a little too far with it, but I get what he was trying to get his point across. That's the thing no one else is. Everyone's hearing what he's saying. They're not understanding what he's trying to say. That's the problem.
Well, it also would be that in the same show, he said Dana Brooke looked like somebody, what was it, set face to her fire and then put it out with an axe?
Yep.
I'll pull up the exact quote. Hold on, give me a second.
Something like that. Which
I'll pull it up.
Yeah, but when you say something like that, where Brian Last is even like, what? When you say something like that, the next thing you say, no matter how, the only way you can take his Becky Lynch thing without getting offended, is
Jim
if you
Cornette
watch
says
it on
Dana
YouTube.
Brooks' face looks like somebody set fire to it.
Yeah. And then you put it out with an axe.
yeah.
Yeah, they just did put all that in the headline, but That's pretty much the gist of it.
Yeah, then Dana Brooke said something, yada yada yada. Why don't you come say it to my face, you keyboard warrior? And I'm like, Dana, it wasn't a keyboard warrior thing. It was like a fuck. Yeah, I'm like, one thing Dana responds saying, let's have some positivity, but then like, you keyboard warrior, I'm like, oh no,
I was gonna say,
no.
that's like, really? You're saying that about Jim? I'm like, Jim ain't no keyboard warrior. Jim has more knowledge of wrestling in his fucking pinky than you do in your entire fucking tenure.
Yeah, that shows.
Here's just let me. This is going to be my only statement on the whole situation with Jim Cornette. I'll make my little thing, and then you can say, and then you continue on.
Right.
Jim Cornette. I have been watching Jim Cornette since he started. Jim Cornette has always said and used. If you've ever watched Jim Cornette for any length of time, he reuses jokes. He reuses promos. He doesn't write anything new. He very rarely writes anything new, unless it's political, and that's a whole different other animal.
Right.
But the whole point is like, Jim Cornette. Do I agree with everything he says? No. Do I believe everything he says? No. But guess what? Jim Cornette has been doing this for years, and nowadays, with people in this world taking everything too seriously, they're taking a 58-year-old wrestling manager and taking everything he says as gospel.
You know what's funny? You know how you stop? Here's a funny part. You know how you stop something like a Jim Cornette if you're opinionated like that, if you don't like what he says? Turn it the fuck off!
That's where I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Look, do I like everything he says? No. Do I laugh at some of the stuff he says? Yeah, because I find him entertaining.
Yeah.
I've had many a conversation with him at different independent shows and different wrestling conventions. I sat there one time. I had a 20-minute conversation with him one time. He's one of the nicest guys you could ever imagine. To fans that are knowledgeable, that I started rambling stuff off of wrestling and stuff, and he goes, "How the fuck do you know all this shit?" And I go, "Well, I'm like you in one way." And he goes, "What's that?" And I go, "I respect the business for what it is." And when I started saying that, and when I started talking about the wrestling business, and stuff like that, he looked at me and goes, "Damn, you do respect me." He goes, "Have you ever wrestled?" And I go, "No, I never did. I tried, took one back bump, and never did it again." He just laughed at that. But the whole point I'm trying to make with Jim Cornette is, people just, like when he made that stupid joke on NWA Power about Trevor Murdoch and stuff. You know how many times he used that same joke in the 80s?
Yeah, that's one joke. Yeah,
he used to say that shit during the Crockett days. When it came to people like Pistol Pez Watley or what was his name, Brickhouse Brown and all that stuff. He would use the same joke. Nobody said a fucking thing.
Right.
Now everybody is, "Oh my God, you can't say that. You can't say this. You can't say that." Guess what? It's called America. You can say what you want, deal with the consequences, and if you don't like it, like Ronnie said, there's a dial, turn it off.
Well, that's exactly what happened with my tit for tat on Facebook. Someone was posting shit, and I just go, "Dude, who the fuck cares? He has every right to fucking say it. You have every right to not like it. But you can't fucking ask for a guy to be oh, well, he's not respecting this." I go, turn it off. He has every right to fucking say whatever he wants. It's his podcast. He's not under anybody. See, that's the other thing, too. It's his show. He's not running it. No one's paying him to run the show. It's his show.
Right.
So guess what? What he says is gold. What he has to say is what it is. It's final. Can people have opinions on it? Yeah.
Actually, sponsors are paying him to run it because sponsors do buy ad time.
but the whole point is, it's like the whole point Ronnie's trying to make is like, look, if the
I
whole
don't.
thing is like, this is America. We have freedom of speech. We have freedom of freedom of the press. Say what you want. If Jim Cornette says what he says, and people don't like it, that's their problem. But here's my other thing too when it comes to this whole thing. If people were really pissed off about this, how come Becky Lynch has not come out and said anything? How come Seth Rollins hasn't come out and said anything? Because they know who said it, and they take it with a grain of salt because it's Jim Cornette being Jim Cornette. And they're not going to take it. They're not going to say, "Oh my God, he offended me so much. I'm going to kick his ass," or I'm going to tell my millions of followers not to listen to him anymore. They don't give a fuck. Dana Brooke took it. Well, Dana Brooke didn't like what he said.
All right, there's a difference. There's a difference here. The difference is, all right, the Becky Lynch thing was in the thing of the business. The Dana Brooke thing, no matter how he tried to make it like a joke, but as soon as you attack somebody for their appearance and the way that was, especially when you have AEW fans that are just frothing at the neck to just frothing at the mouth, just wait for something that he says they can crash on. And especially when, that's what hurt the Becky Lynch thing. They did the Money in the Bank thing, then all of a sudden Becky Lynch, and already after that, Brian Last is like, what the fuck? Because Brian Last even was taken back from what happened with the Dana Brooke comment. And the thing is, Dana Brooke isn't ugly. Not at all. That's where...
She's not great looking, but she's not ugly either.
See, I think she looks fine. She looks good. So, also, people who know her know she was struggling with a lot of appearance issues and stuff like that.
Yeah, her past.
Far back.
Yeah, her past is.
Yeah. Same thing like saying, "Oh, Alexa Bliss should go eat." Go eat a sandwich. It looked like she hadn't eaten a sandwich. All of a sudden, that would trigger something horrible because Alexa Bliss has spoken at length about her battle with anorexia and bulimia.
Right, but you see, this brings me up to the point like I was trying to make. I don't agree with everything Jim Cornette says. I didn't like the fact of what he said about Dana Brooke. That wasn't cool. I don't agree with that. I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to defend it or say anything because I think what he said was wrong.
Yeah,
but then again, with the whole Becky Lynch thing, he wasn't talking about Becky Lynch the person. He's talking about Becky Lynch the wrestling character.
Right. See, I'm not talking about Becky. I'm talking about Dana. I'm not talking about the Becky thing. The Becky thing is whatever, and he said that in the context of the business, and I get that. And some people can be offended. And, I mean, when it comes to a pregnancy and all that, and she's like, well, she has all this year. She makes $1 million. The funny thing is he doesn't know that she's probably doing movies, so she's not going to be coming back that often. So, whatever. And in an era and in a time right now where wrestlers are home more than often, this would be the perfect time to have a kid.
Right.
As long as, you can guarantee you're not infected.
Right.
Yeah. So that makes complete sense. As the Dana thing goes, again, like, you don't know about her body, about her appearance issues or body issues she's had. That, and that shows short-sightedness on the part of Jim Cornette. And no matter what, like, oh, it's my show, I can say what I want. It's like, yeah, but there are sponsors that are paying money to you.
Well, here's the other thing.
And if the sponsors have an issue with that, they pull their money.
Right.
No one's pulled yet.
Right. It's not saying, oh, well, Dana looks amazing. If you want to make a joke about, like, Dana wrestles, you could say Dana wrestles, like a polar bear. Or Dana wrestles like, like a fish out of water or a seal out of water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wrestles like a walrus. There you go. Or some shit like that. Then you're more attacking her ring style than being like, oh, and that's more of a joke.
Right.
Than making fun of somebody's appearance when they've had body issues. Because there are a lot of people that say, oh, Alexa Bliss sucks, but no one will ever be like, oh, well, Alexa Bliss looks like she needs to eat a sandwich. Because that's fucked up.
Right.
Or somebody goes, so Alexa Bliss had a boob job? She's like, yeah, I got a boob job. I didn't feel confident. I didn't like how I looked, so I changed it. I didn't do it because McMahon said you need a boob job. She did it for her. But, of course, a bunch of people are going to put whatever they want. So it is what it is.
And there was a time, and I don't remember if it was publicly known, there was talk about Bayley, and they, somebody took a picture of Bayley in her backside, and they said, oh, she's got a big ass or something. It's like, I'm like, who cares?
Well, first off, Pamela Martinez is Latino. What do you think she has?
She looks amazing to me, but then again, I love Bayley, so that's nothing new.
See, but again, Pamela Rose Martinez is a Latino woman. What the fuck do you think she has? I mean, yeah, she's not straight up full Latino. She's like, I think a mix, like, white. One of her parents is white, the other one's Latino, but yeah. She has some of that in her. What the fuck do you think she has?
But there was somebody took a picture of her at the airport, and they said, oh, she's got a big ass and stuff. It was around for a while, but then it faded out real quick. It didn't last long. But the fact is, just like they kind of body shamed her a little bit. But then again, that ain't cool to do that. And it's like, that's why when Jim said this stuff about Dana, I wasn't crazy about that. I thought that was wrong.
Yeah, I mean, that's if somebody on a... Sorry. That's
all right, let me finish and then you can speak. I mean, if somebody says something negative like that, I'm going to come out and I'm going to call them out on it. Do I think it was fucked up to say? Yeah. Do I disagree with it? Yeah, I disagree with it.
Yeah.
But then again, you know what? As much as I disagree with it, in America, you have the right to say what you want to say, whether people like it or not. And you have to deal with the repercussions of what you say. So he's dealing with the repercussions of it. But guess what? He made his bed with that. He's got to deal with it. That's why that's just what I wanted to get out. That's being Alexa Bliss.
Right, and that's like, say if somebody made a domestic abuse joke about Charlotte. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
You see where it's going? Like when you attack somebody for something that is in their past, it's like, I mean, you can go, oh, it's a matter, I say what I'll say. Yeah, but the thing is, like, if you want people to listen to you, you and if you want your sponsors to come in with, keep with the sponsorships.
Well, that's exactly. Then, there's the other thing too. I mean, as of right now, none of his sponsors have pulled out.
Because you know what it is? A lot of the sponsors pretty much probably know what he is and what he does and what his mouth has said in the past. They're like, if we pulled our sponsorship every time Jim Cornette said something we didn't like, they would have been gone years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was messed up. The Becky Lynch thing was like in the context of the bits. She's basically said like her easy bake oven. And I got some people, if they find that offensive, it's like everybody's been using that term from like fucking like the 70s.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Everyone and me getting into the argument, it was just, it was so funny because I was getting the whole, well, when you have kids, you'll understand argument. And I'm just like, shut the fuck up. If this was Joe Schmo, if she was marrying some Joe Schmo and she was the primary breadwinner, obviously they would have had the discussion. They would have probably had a discussion about it, and then that's a whole different topic. She's marrying Seth fucking Rollins. Money's not an issue.
No, money is not an issue. Seth Rollins owns his own wrestling school.
Yeah.
He owns his own, he's big, like I said before, he's like the closest thing WWE has right now to a wrestling mind like Dusty Rhodes, because he does a lot of that. I mean,
but then again, he's actually one of the biggest names in the WWE right now. You know he's I hate to use the term, he's the man there. You know, I mean, but it's just.
But that's the thing. It's like it has nothing to do, and it's like it's not like and like you said, Chris, she's going to do movies. So with the quarantine, if she obviously they talked about it, so God forbid.
She's going to take some time off the wrestling business. Because
she might not come back. To be honest, she might not come back.
Or she'll come back
as a
part-timer, because one, she'll have a kid, and two, she's, like I said, she's going to be doing movies.
Like you said, Chris, you told me this, and you said this off the air. It's kind of like what happened with Trish.
Yeah. It's like, well, Trish went and did yoga. So
yeah, but I'm saying is she went and had a kid.
If you look at reviews of the Marine 6 or whatever the fuck it is, the most glowing part is about Becky Lynch and her acting.
Yeah.
They said she put Miz to shame.
Yeah. By the way, is it ironic that her due date is Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
Seth Rollins said December can't come soon enough.
But I'm saying is the whole Monday Night Messiah gimmick and their first kid's going to happen on Christmas. It's kind of fucking funny.
Yeah, it just seems a little odd that it all happened like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it'll be like Christmas Eve, day after Christmas.
Dude, the only thing that would make that creepier is if the kid was born at midnight on Christmas Eve going into Christmas Day.
Oh my God. Wrestling Jesus.
Yeah!
But you know what's funny too about the comments that we said you had a little thing on Facebook. The second thing came out with the whole Dana Brooke thing. A comment was made. He goes, "You don't have to comment about it either." I don't know the exact words for it.
Yeah,
but he told.
I put my head and just was like, I put a gif up of just me slamming my head to a table because I'm getting sick and tired of people fucking doing this for attention. Holy fucking shit!
Well, the thing is, Jim has something to talk about with her now because she called Jim a mark.
Here's the thing. That's fine.
I'm like, Jim is not a mark.
Here's the thing, Chris. Dana Brooke talking about this, that's fine. She can go after Jim Cornette. That's fine. I don't need to see 50 fucking things posting on my feed about it.
Well, when you follow wrestling fans, you get that.
But it's not just that, though. It's this... Listen, shit that happened today, I'd rather fucking hear about, and it's sad, the shit that I heard about today.
What, with,
Yeah.
Yeah,
what?
I was gonna bring that up, but I didn't want to bring the show down. Chad.
Yeah, Chad Gaspar.
Oh, we went missing?
They called the search.
Pretty much, they've called off the search now. It's not search and rescue, it's search and recovery now.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
So he's presumed dead.
Him.
Yeah, he's presumed dead.
I mean, it's sad, but... You know, I mean, now, everybody's saying this, but you know what's going to happen. After this has happened, everybody's going to be like, posting pictures, stuff like that.
It's already happening.
I mean, I met him and JTG once before. He was cool, but you know what? I'm not going to post a picture.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, uh-oh. Nia is going to beat the hell out of somebody.
Oh, she's going to injure Alexa Bliss again?
No, Kari's saying this time.
Oh, she's going to hurt Kyrie again.
Kari was blowing on her flute.
But, like, that's the thing. I don't want to see, like, I actually had to put said person on snooze for 30 days because it's either that or the fucking coronavirus, and I don't want to see it anymore.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. I mean, every time something happens with that, it's posted, and that's why I stay off of Facebook. And you know what it is? I don't, and the guy's one of my dearest friends. I'm not knocking him for that, but it does get depressing to see that one every once in a while, all the time about the coronavirus. Guess what? If I really want to know about this, I'll turn on the news and I'll watch it myself. I don't need to have it updated. I don't need to be barraged with it. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, it's not the first time I've gotten into spats with him about female wrestling and people's opinions about female wrestling.
Right. Nice segue. Let's get into the CCW stuff.
Yeah, it sounds like I've done this before, hasn't it?
Let's get into the real reason why we thought about this.
Well, no, it sounds like I've...
Lynch and Dana Brooke.
No.
And people are going to have their own thing to say on that, but...
Yeah, hey, do me a favor. If you like it, leave it in a comment.
About Becky Quick, what Cornette said about Becky Quick, it was in the context of the business. I get it, but was it wrong? Was it wrong what he said? Yeah. I mean, one thing...
He could have came...
her being pregnant fucked up.
He could have came across better, but I get what he was saying. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Oh, well, you're going to make $1 million. Well, but Seth Rollins is making $3 million.
Yeah, so. Like, he could have he could have phrased it better, but I get what he was saying. Like, the whole point of what he was saying, I got, but he could have
he's like, wait until you're done wrestling. But the thing is, she's going to be off doing a movie anyway, so she had to leave anyway.
Right.
Her days were numbered soon. Like, she went to be the female Austin, and she became the female Rock.
Yeah.
There you go, right there.
Yeah, right?
Austin left for injury and was wrestling. Where people remember, Rebecca Quinn actually has an acting degree.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, it ain't gonna matter because she's still gonna be making buku bucks because WWE decided to run on that merch train and put up the Ma shirts.
The Ma and the Mom.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going with. Hey, I just bought a man shirt.
But so I'm saying. But I'm saying is she's not gonna be starving. She's still gonna be making good merch money.
And she even made a joke about it. It's like, hey, what the hell? I need the formula money anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, which is hilarious. And I was going to talk about, and that Marvel money doesn't hurt either.
I'm interested to see what she's going to play in Marvel.
There was a rumor that she was going to be Thor's sister.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
So she's going to be
switched in for somebody better.
Yeah, which that means she's in Thor 4. So okay.
Do we see the breakup of the Iconics tonight or no?
No, that's not. No, what happened? Did you see what happened? Peyton Royce basically was beating the shit out of Alexa Bliss and never.
Wait a minute! She just slapped her.
Anyway, yeah, let's get to the real.
Break them up.
Let's get to Chris. Let's get to the real reason why we were doing this, because John's not heard about this yet.
Okay. All right.
No. I have heard. I saw LuFisto's video.
No, that's not what we're really getting at. LuFisto put a small thing out.
Let me get to it.
Okay, go ahead. Go for it.
All right. This starts way back. You know WSU, right?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
All right, WSU.
So me and Chris
after Drew Cordero bought WSU, they were running shows in the Fire Skate Zone. Eventually, Drew Cordero couldn't do that and be on wrestling. So Drew basically means Drew couldn't come all the way down for it all the time. Okay. So Drew sold it to DJ Hyde, who they were running They were running WSU shows like Breaking Berries and stuff like that. And no problem. No problem whatsoever right there. Apparently,
The Uncensored Rumble, which was one of
yeah,
the
but
funniest fucking things.
since DJ's been on Tough Times and all that, apparently they repackaged WSU as CZW Girls. GIRLZ. Really?
Oh, I mean, that's not as bad as what I've used to watch, and there used to be a
And
women's wrestling called Blow.
Blow?
Bombshell Ladies of Wrestling. Dude, yeah.
Okay.
So we would go and, y'all ready for the Blow show? Oh, no.
Wasn't that Wrestle? Wasn't that pro
Shut up! Yes!
Oh my God! Speaking of that, I found their first 4 shows.
Well, hold
I
on.
have them on DVD. The first 4 they did.
Let's let Chris finish.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So WSC, so CZW Girls. Basically, what happened? CZW sold, I guess, those rights to the video or whatever, or put them on pay-per-view with Stonecutter Media.
Okay.
The problem is WSU breaking barriers. I'll bring some of these up, and it is. Oof.
Oh, it's painful because of how they describe the women is really fucked up. It's like things was like, I think one of them was like tough and hot, top heavy.
All right.
Well, that's what you see. That's what LaFisto was saying in her video, though.
Yeah, she's top. Yeah, but
Top heavy and bottom heavy.
CZW Girls. All right, CZW Girls hair pulling cat fights, featuring 4 nasty cat fights. Pink Flash Kira versus Amanda Rodriguez, Mercedes Martinez versus Lufisto, Jade versus Taylor Hendricks, and Leva Bates versus Sue Young. That's not a cat fight. None of them are hair pulling cat fights.
No, I don't think. And I think, Chris, we were in the stands for 3 out of the 4 of them.
Dude, yeah, I can't believe it, man. I'm a fan on a smut film now.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, we have our image now tied to smut. Go figure.
And then you got CZW. Oh, this is the one where somebody's gonna get. All right, no, not that one.
Oh no, the next one is.
All right, this is CZW Girls Hot and Sweaty Combat.
I'm gonna go take a shower now.
These warriors get hot and sweaty in this all-out combat to the death. What?
I'm gonna go take a shower now because I just feel dirty.
And then you have. First, they spelled Tessa Blanchard's name completely wrong. It's Tessa It's Blanchard. No, it's Blanchard, like ERD. I'm like, come on, DJ. Then you have CZW Girls Double D Destruction.
Oh, right.
What matches were on those? It's like shit. Is that the one with Was that with Britt?
I don't know. I'm looking quick here. Yeah, CZW, WSU, they sold matches to the company. They sold matches. They sold past match Stonecutter Media. And now they put them on like it's freaking like Spice Channel.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the Double D Destruction thing. I can't find that thing. They don't even have that up yet. Which I'm like, okay. I'm going to try to find an image, see if I can find Double D Destruction. Nope, nothing. But then they have all... Where is it? Here's the one that could get them in a lot of hot water. All assets revealed. Yeah. And this one, ooh. I mean, it's one thing to sell stuff, but then I showed Ronnie, and I think you have a Facebook, right?
For
But
what?
I'll put it in the chat quick.
Oh, well, while you're doing that, I just saw a post. I won't name who put this up, but I think we all know it's like rescue rescue efforts have stopped in the noon Pacific. Rest in peace, Shad Gaspard. The vultures are already swimming eBay, with someone managed to find a stack of 8x10 signed at the magical location of $99 each. Gee, I wonder who they're speaking of there, Ronnie.
I'm not talking about it. I have
Well,
my. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about him. Because he's a fucking douchebag.
yep.
Kid Toucher.
No. Carney.
I don't think it's corny.
No, Carney. Carney.
See, I thought you were talking about Kid Toucher.
No.
I
It's
would
not.
be shocked. I
It's
wouldn't be
not.
shocked with that either.
It's not. It's not. It's not a AEW stars relative.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not that one. It's someone that I actually had a personal, almost got into a fight with because of his loud mouth with Crime Time. To be actually completely honest.
all right. This is all assets revealed. John, take a look at.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Now that one is as softcore porn as it gets.
You gonna send it in the chat? You said?
Yeah, it's in the
It's
chat
in the
on
chat.
Skype.
Oh, in the Skype chat. Oh, I was looking on Facebook. It didn't come through on my end.
It's on Skype.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm on Skype right now. I didn't see it.
It's in the chat. I see it.
I don't see it.
Really?
But yet for the guys, yeah. What's funny is yet for the guys they have names like barbed wire battles. Like it's not even like. Oh yeah, here we go. Crazy, yeah, like you said, crazy cat fights all girls, hair pulling. Where is it? Trying to see what else. I'm trying to find this because they have it up, but it's just like, dude, they're charging like $8 for this shit. It's
all right. So John didn't see it yet?
no, it's literally someone in a German suplex bridge with their freaking ass in the fucking camera.
Dude, it's asses and tits and ass and tits.
It's basically ECW but with wrestling.
All right, are you on the Twitch?
Yeah, I'm on the Twitch.
All right, Ronnie, just throw it in the Twitch. Because apparently you're not seeing it on the Skype. I don't know why, but yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Because you'll get... All right, because... Yeah. And then they have CZW girls, top heavy and tough.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, they basically CZW and WSU, which is the same thing. They sold matches to Stonecutter Media, and Stonecutter Media is promoting them as softcore porn.
Actually,
That's
by the way, the girl that's
Softcore adult material.
Yeah. So and just so you know too, the girl that's like that, it's fucking Hanaya.
is really.
Which, by the way, that's a whole other can of worms that we don't want to open up about Hanaya.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. But the biggest thing is...
Yeah.
All right, this is where CZW and Stonecutter Media can be in a bunch of trouble. All right. Now, you see how AE... All right, I'll just bring it up on my Twitter quick to read to you who is on All Assets Revealed.
Uh-huh.
God.
Oh.
Yeah, John, this is going to be painful.
What? The pictures or there's pictures?
No. The matches on said
CCW hair pulling cat fights featuring 4 nasty cat fights. You already heard that one before. Yeah. Then you have CZW girls hot, top heavy and tough, featuring 4 hard-hitting matches: Shanna versus Hanaya, Sassy Steffi versus Tasha Blanchard, Cherry Bomb versus Leva Bates, Athena versus Nia Barella. Then, back's hurting. CZW girls hot and sweaty, featuring 3 sizzling matches: Dollhouse versus Chicks Using Nasty Tactics, Veda Scott versus Solo Darling, Hanaya versus Leva Bates. And then comes the big one. CZW Girls All Assets Revealed, featuring 4 revealing matches: Renee Michelle versus Penelope Ford versus Priscilla Kelly. Strike 1. Balespin versus Sinister Sweetheart. Allison Kay versus Lufisto. That's a strike 2. And strike 3, you're out. Kira Hogan versus Britt Baker.
Oh, boy.
As in Dr. Britt Baker. Or Dr. Brittany Baker.
Oh, boy.
Where you could actually go, I forgot where it is. I'm not going to put it there because I don't want anybody going, oh, you're a wrestler. You know what I mean? Narducci. I think it's Narducci Dental in Orlando, Florida.
Uh-huh.
Britt Baker's office.
Yeah, she's a legit dentist.
Yeah, anyone saying, oh, it's not legit. No, she is legit.
Yeah,
there was a picture on that site of her with glasses on, okay?
Gonna say, that's not living the gimmick. She is the gimmick.
She is the gimmick. Now, I am pretty sure, I'm damn well sure, that a board-certified medical professional does not want to be involved with anything construed as softcore porn. I'm 100% sure of that. And then you have wrestlers like, first you have Crisy Rivera on an article where she basically says, I did not take all those table and scaffold bumps for 10 years, so CZW could name their shows Double D Destruction or Top Heavy and Tough. Fucking buffoons. Then, Chrissy's like, it's almost like DJ got rid of everyone who slapped his hand when he did wrong, and now he has no guidance on how to be a decent human. Then on Lufisto's thing, She's like, the past 2 days I've dealt with targeted harassment, threats, gender devaluation, and hate from some crazy fucks for calling out CZW. Tonight I see wrestlers and staff members, men and women, standing together, being angry and speaking up. It's a beautiful thing. Kimberly tweets, and I'm certain I never signed an agreement giving you the right to sell my intellectual property, nor did any of the women you're blatantly disrespecting, or how you told us you wouldn't book us if you wouldn't fuck us. It's about time harassment gets exposed. And CZW's official statement on pay-per-view title says, 2 years ago, CZW entered into a licensing agreement with a national media distributor to license CZW and WSU footage. That company has the right to utilize the footage without limitation. They have repackaged and renamed shows as it is their right to do so. Our athletes, regardless of gender, are just that, athletes whom we are proud of and appreciate. We stand behind the ring, action, and all our footage. That's a bad thing to say.
As in the words of Jean-Claude Van Damme, you have lost your balls.
They are fucked. Jordan Grace. Just so everyone is aware, there are many women already speaking to lawyers about this, as the releases were not signed to authorize licensing footage for profit and distribution.
And Jordan Grace is on a lot of people's shit list about the shit she does for money. And you know what? No one has an issue with her calling CCW out with this one, because everyone's in fucking agreement that this is dirt.
You know why? Because Jordan does that of her own will.
Free will, that's what I mean.
And she controls all of it.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying is a lot of people don't like what she does, but they still respect what she does because it's her. It's her. She's the one controlling it, like you said. This, she has no control over, so fuck you.
And a lot of people are, Crisy's like, just a thought to the current women who work for CZW or WSU. If you have any self-value, think twice about working for a toxic place like this.
And
you don't want to be in the situation where we are currently. A place that was once fun, positive, and empowering is now tainted.
And guess what? I mean, Chris, just going off of that, me and you, before we left CZW, just not because we wanted to, because we didn't see anything special in it anymore.
There wasn't anything. Yeah, basically a lot of talent left.
But here's the thing.
Like,
me and you were bitching.
I'll go to WSU because, they'll do something.
Me and you started complaining to people to bring certain shows back. They laughed at us.
Yeah.
Me and you wanted King and Queen of the Ring to come back. The Uncensored Rumble to come back. They laughed at us, saying no one wants to see that. Are you fucking kidding me? King and Queen of the Ring with Best of the Best was the best fucking double night of fucking wrestling that you could get.
Well, the funny thing, what happened is CZW would put these shows on before CZW.
Yeah,
and that created a toxic environment already because there are people, it's wrestling. So all the people that wanted to watch women's wrestling was respectful of it, had to weed through a bunch of jerks too.
The funniest shit in the world, and I remember this was one of the first shows me and you sat together for. Fucking Rick Cataldo showing up at the Uncensored Rumble to take on Chris Dickinson.
Okay.
I just remember that fucking moment because it was like, what the fuck is Rick Cataldo doing out here? And then all of a sudden, out comes Dickinson. I'm like, what the hell is going on? It was so funny because it was so random. But it's stuff like that you remember. It's those type of matches. Hell, the Deathmatch Dollhouse where it was not Barbie Hyatt. Jules Malone versus Mickey Knuckles. There's matches I still remember from these shows because it was good women's wrestling. It wasn't about double D destruction. No, fuck you. I'm sorry. Half of those women could kick some of the men's ass.
Yeah.
Hell, Jessica Havoc and Sammy almost killed each other when they in a match, and they just started dating.
Yeah, it's Yeah, it's fucked up. It's ridiculously fucked up. And the thing is, they shouldn't. I remember I tweeted something, I'm pretty sure, and I went, at Britt Baker doesn't appreciate this. Because I'm like, if anyone's going to really get this thing taken down and really get shit going, it's probably going to be her.
Yeah.
Because, one, she has the most to lose.
Yeah, it's. Well, we've been going on. John, what's your opinion on this?
Like,
The fact
disgusting.
I mean, that's I can't. I get. There's nothing I can really add. Do I think it's disgusting for what they're doing? Oh hell yeah! And it's like they're gonna try to claim that it's not us. We don't.
You
we
gave them the.
It's
like, listen, I know it's public domain that DJ's hurting for money. That's been a thing for the last year and a half. We all know that he's so partial to Maven. That's public domain. We all know that.
Yeah, the thing is, when you start basically giving them, and then this company, whatever, is promoting these people, these legitimate female athletes, legitimate female wrestlers, professional wrestlers that are damn good at what they're doing. Most of them have gone on to WWE, TNA, Impact, or AEW. And one has become a certified medical professional.
Yeah. I was going to say, out of all those people, Tessa, your Impact champion, Britt Baker, an actual doctor and on AEW, Penelope Ford.
The female face of AEW right now.
Yeah. Penelope Ford, not doing much, but she's on AEW. Leva Bates, AEW. Gail Kim, NXT.
Well, Gail Kim retired Impact champion.
Yeah.
Mia Yim, NXT, soon to be WWE. I mean, the list goes on and on. Kimberly, it goes on and on and on and on.
Jessica Havoc, Lufisto, the only one on there that should have been, that has never really been in WWE, that should be.
Yeah, it's Lufisto.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
That is what it is. I'm not even going to get it.
But you get what I mean. Yeah, you get what I mean.
Shauna, AEW.
Hanaya was an Impact.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot.
Kimberly.
But the thing is, women got into professional wrestling not to be objectified like this.
There's only one person on there that, and I'm not going to say her name, but Chris knows. There's only one person on that list that actually could be considered being on that list.
Who's that?
I'm not saying names. I'll say it afterwards.
I know.
He knows. Chris knows, but it's.
Well, she did it before, but I'm pretty sure. But the difference is,
it was under her own free will.
When she did it of her own volition, knowing what she was getting into.
Right. But I'm saying,
I think I know who you might be talking about, but I'm not going to say.
No. Yeah, this is a little drag. This is dragging names through a fucking pile of worms. This is ugly. This could be ugly if shit gets going the way, if the ball gets rolling. It could get real ugly.
Well, it's already gotten ugly because, one, Lufisto tried to email saying, yo, what the hell? And CZW wouldn't do anything. And it doesn't help that, Maven bought CZW, and I thought finally, Maven would get this more respectable. And now this is just... And Maven hasn't done anything. It's like, same as like DJ, like, oh, well, you doing this and that. No!
Are we talking WWE Maven?
No. No.
David Bentley.
Bentley. He's been
married man. They're both married men, and I'm like, this is just fucking disgusting.
For fuck's sakes!
They even let Stone Cold Media get away with this.
For fuck's sakes! We've known DJ's wife.
Yeah, and the thing is, the worst part is, these are shows from like 3 years ago.
Yeah, this is not like this was
4 years ago. Like these are like half of Hot and Sweaty Assets or whatever all assets revealed is Breaking Barriers 4 at the Flyer Skate Zone.
Yeah, no, all these matches are from the Flyer Skate Zone. Let's get that right. These are all matches that were filmed in the Flyer Skate Zone.
Oh, they don't have Ember Moon versus Hanaya in the ladder match?
I don't think so. And if that was the case,
because that wasn't hot and sweaty enough. Or, I don't know. What? It's stupid.
And then it was in Philly.
All these women gave their bodies.
No, there's another one.
To profession, to wrestle. Not bullshit. To wrestle. Not a bunch of crap. Just to wrestle. And what happened? Most indie wrestlers, like, you do a show, all right, cool, I get paid, done. All right, and it goes into the annals of history.
Yeah.
They don't think it's gonna come back on a porn site or on a pay-per-view for softcore adult entertainment.
Yeah, and it's like, and here's the other thing too. Chris, how many times have we gone to WSU? And here's the other thing we haven't even thought about. How many kids were at WSU?
Oh, yeah, a lot of them.
I never even thought about that either. You're putting this as a adult entertainment. Okay, what about the kids that were there?
Yeah, softcore adult entertainment, but yet there are a bunch of kids in the audience.
And it wasn't like, and it wasn't like one or two. It was like a good, 30 to 50 kids. Granted, there was only maybe about 200 people in the stands, but a quarter of that was kids. Was fucking kids. Was girls. It wasn't boys. It was fucking 13-year-old and under girls.
Yeah, because the women's revolution happened.
Yeah.
And people were getting behind it, and that's what it was. As much as and you notice Shauna, the only thing, the dollar bill thing with Shauna, that was only during her heel persona.
Yeah.
As soon as she turned babyface, it stopped.
Yep.
I think she should go back to being a heel, not to get the money, because I thought she was a better heel.
Yeah, that was. I think that was funny because, but that was her playing it up too. She knew who she was playing with. She didn't go to a kid.
And I think Shauna as the I'm sexier than anybody in this thing heel would really resonate well with AEW, because everybody because right now she's like, oh, I like anime. I'm like, yeah, there are 5,000 other women that like anime than in AEW. So.
Kenny Omega.
Get lost among the shuffle.
But
Dragon Ball, yeah, that's nice. I'm happy for you. Be a heel.
Yeah, but anyway, no, that's the other thing, though. It's we have all these kids in the stands, but we're going to classify this as adult entertainment. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know the parents can't really do anything, but they can force... I wonder if they could force them to take it down if they're on camera.
I don't know.
It's tricky. That's tricky.
As much as you and then there's some people well, they should have known what they were getting into. It's they should have known.
4 years later, though, that's a little much.
Did you know they were going to use it as softcore porn?
Nope.
3 to 4 to 5 years after?
No.
It was basically you do the show in 2016. 2017 comes, or seriously, you do the show 2016. It goes on.
It's not like
you've already forgotten it the next week.
Okay, it's not like we were sitting front row for Carmen Electra's Exotic Wrestling.
Right. We weren't sitting front row for WoW.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's
this is some underhanded shit that David McLean wouldn't even do, and that is sad.
Yeah,
that is sad thinking about, because David McLean takes advantage fully of his women's sexuality.
Yeah.
Look, it's Jungle Girl. She's... It's Debbie the farmer's daughter.
Oh, that's the glow guy, right?
Yep.
But and then like you said, you have that, but then you also turn around and you have things like we just said, something like
Where he has models fight and they don't give a dick, and he doesn't give a lick about wrestling.
I mean, for
Like,
Christ's sakes, they literally have had naked wrestling. Like Jesus fucking Christ. If you were sitting front row and you got put on camera for that, you knew what you were getting yourself into.
Yeah.
I mean, these girls, these women, you know, were getting paid to professionally wrestle at a WSU show. They weren't getting paid to be on Sleeper Kids World.
Right, and what? You're going to say... So one of the matches you were saying was Veda Scott versus Solo Darling is one of the matches. I'm sorry, you're going to say what? That's rough and tackling through a table? Because that was the Candy Hardcore match.
Yeah.
I feel dirty even having to say this.
What makes me laugh? What makes me laugh is they're going to promote Lufisto versus Mercedes Martinez as a hair-pulling cat fight when it went all over the building.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
No.
What's next? Sorry. And I really don't want to fucking say it. No, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because that's a joke that can be very tasteless. There's a couple. I was saying the next thing Cutter Media is gonna do is the domestic violence wrestling DVD.
Just wait. Just wait. They'll have like the juicy product versus chicks using nasty tactics.
Oh, I was gonna go Sami Callihan versus versus Jessica Havoc.
Oh God. Or they'll have DJ licking Nevaeh.
Or Gail, or Mia Yim and Greg Excellent.
Or, like I said, chicks using nasty tactics versus juicy product, where Kim did the sit on my face spot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's not give them any.
But it wasn't like, oh my God, she was trying to pin somebody, but she was sitting on JT Dunn's face.
Let's not give them any ideas.
Well, first off, I would love to see them put Star on that. Star would rail hard.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, yo! Did you apparently hear the shit about Star?
Put Bernie Sanders of professional wrestling on a softcore porn tape. Yeah, have fun with that.
Yeah, someone went after Star and Star fired back. Not about this, but about calling him your favorite communist's favorite communist.
Yeah.
And Star let this motherfucker just lit him up.
Yeah, because it's stupid. Star has a point when he talks about wrestlers unionizing. I get that. That's perfect. But let's stay on topic here. We're talking about the disgustingness of this.
Yeah.
And
it's
utterly wrong. It's set back. Basically, if I'm a woman, if I'm a female wrestler, if I'm a female wrestler right now, I wouldn't work WSU. No. I'm sorry. Layla Hirsch, get the fuck out of WSU right now.
God, yeah, my friend, fucking Lauren, get the fuck out of WSU. Fucking Lauren Gemma Cross, get the fuck out. Just leave. Get out. J-Rose, get out.
Yeah, like, what is it? Brittany Blake went to Shimmer and all these other places now. Brittany Blake's at Shimmer, Shine, everywhere else. She got WSU in the dust.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say Allie, I think, is on there too.
Oh, yeah, Cherry Bomb. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one, too. More AEW.
Not only the fact that, too, that, her husband was one of the biggest fucking heels in that company.
I mean, that puts Kenny Omega's Japanese schoolgirl fetish to shame.
I feel I really feel dirty talking about this because it's sad because we were literally for 90% of these fucking matches in the stands. What's next? They're gonna fucking put a thing about Rick Cataldo out?
Dude, Rick Cataldo has more problems than that.
No, that's true too. But
dude, yeah, he's got some sexual harassment shits going, and it's not looking good. Dude.
Actually, I didn't even. We'll talk about that off air. I actually did not hear about that.
Oh, I heard all about that. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. But how many?
Oh, Casey Cataldo's there too. So Kirk's literally telling his wife to get the fuck out of Dodge. Kirk went after Stonecutter Media.
Everybody should. I'm sorry. Like, there are wrestling fans going after him. Everything. Because it's fucked up. Because it's one thing if you buy the footage and you go, oh, here's WSU breaking barriers from 2016. Right?
Yeah.
It's one thing to go from that. It's another thing to go... Yeah, it's another thing to just go. It's another thing to take old matches and repackage them with dumb shit like that.
Yeah, it's tasteless. It's disturbing.
It is. You're right.
Ugh.
I mean, it also doesn't help that. I mean, even if we didn't know them, like, or talk to them, it still's not right. Period. And it's just, why? What are you getting? Because now you're feeding it into the women wrestling fans that wrestling fans hate. That's the thing that people don't understand. People like that are the reason why guys like me and Chris don't go to women wrestling shows really anymore.
Yeah, Tara Calloway came after him. Like, a bunch of people coming after him. And they should.
Yeah.
They absolutely should. And I'm completely behind this.
It's them trying to make a quick buck off of the disturbing off of the wrestling fans that literally are the I hate to say these fucking words because I've met people that are like this, but the fucking basement dwellers. The people that don't fucking shower.
Keyboard warriors, in other words.
I don't want to use that term, but yes, like the SJWs, but the opposite side. They're not social. They're the white knights. There we go. But they're not white.
Yeah, and former WSC. All right, the photographer that took a lot of the swimsuit things, Blake, a.k.a. Blizz.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was taking shots. And the thing is, the shots they were doing for a swimsuit calendar was always during, or for a calendar or whatever, was always done tastefully.
Yeah.
He never sold it as porn.
Nope.
Ugh. It's what it is.
But, yeah, it's literally, it is a sad, and it's sad because it's like you said, Chris, it sets this whole thing back 10 years. 15 years, it sets it back. And that's the big thing, too. I've gone to women wrestling. I mean, Christ, God forbid, we've gone to John, I don't know how many you've been to, but we go to so many goddamn women wrestling shows. But there are people that we know, that we've met, that we know, that will go to just women wrestling shows. And it's like, you know, if it's just you, or you have 3 other, like, guys with you, doesn't that look a little... And you don't go to any other type of wrestling, just women wrestling shows. Doesn't that look a little creepy?
The only ones I ever went to was the ones that PWS put on. You know, those 4 or 5 shows that they had.
The good old blow shows.
Yeah, that's the only one I remember. Missy Sampson and what's her name? Amy Lee, Awesome Kong.
Yeah. See, what bothers me with stuff like that would be people that would go to those, and then they would always run the night show, which is the guys, or they have their bigger show at night.
Right.
And they leave. And never come back. They literally just come for the women's show, and it's like, you know, why didn't come at all? Like, you look creepy. If you were bringing your kids, that's one thing. Because the kids want to watch women wrestling, okay. But it's like, drool, and they come and they drool over them. That's the thing, too. I've seen that too many times. And it's...
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's... Yeah, and then CZW puts that little post out. It's like, really, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they're doubling down.
And they're getting murdered over that. Like basically, as a fan since the very beginning, I could say your careless reaction to the issue is disrespectful to your talent and to all your fans. I'm disappointed in CZW, and there's no way this ends well for your company.
Yeah, and guess what? John, you don't know this, but
yeah,
me and Chris used to do a podcast about CZW.
Oh boy.
Oh, here's one. Tara Calloway. Fuck CZW. Fuck them for trashing women that work for them. Fuck the dipshit owner that broke my neck and didn't give a fuck.
Hey,
fuck hiding behind bullshit excuses instead of owning up to your mistakes. Fuck screwing over the boys. Jesus Christ, it's not hard to be a good person. Damn.
Say what you feel there, lady.
Tara Calloway, go.
Mic drop.
When this starts up, I hope her company reopens and runs again. That will be front row and center with 3 seats to buy.
Yeah.
And I'll fucking plug it. Yeah, I'll go watch Dropkick Depression. Anything you can find on it.
And to the men that say, oh, they're asking for it, if you argue that women wrestlers are asking for it because they wear sexy outfits, you just don't get it. Male wrestlers only wearing trunks are probably whores too, right? And girls who wear a short skirt, oh, they're begging to be raped. Like, it's so stupid that some people would think that.
Who the fuck wrote? I was gonna say, who the fuck wrote that?
Yeah, Allison K tweets. This is hilarious. It sounds like I'm reading the ad on the back of one of my dad's off-brand wrestling magazines that only had the budget to print all black.
Remember, though, Chris, this is coming from a company that, ALS decided to buy a dunk tank and put a couple female wrestlers and some of their male wrestlers in the dunk tank. Remember that.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
And they made bank for ALS. And guess what? One of them is their champion now. Go figure.
Yeah. They made bank for ALS. I mean, yeah, it was cool. I mean, but it was, again, they had control over it.
Yeah.
The biggest thing about this,
I'm saying it was something
the fact that they sold shit without them knowing. Like, oh yeah, we're doing it. We reached a deal with Stonecutter Media to promote, to have pay-per-views. Yeah, that's great. Great. If it's WSU, I'm sorry. If it's WSU breaking barriers, if it's, CZW this, but as soon as they repackage it
Yeah, I was gonna say,
All
what happened to the?
assets revealed, hot and sweaty, double D destruction. Yeah.
I was gonna say, but here's the other thing too. How bad is their network doing? If they have to sell tapes for them to repackage it.
Like, I remember, because Jay was saying, I remember Jay Cat first was saying, like, you know, getting into business with DJ, you know, some of y'all should have, you know, you shouldn't be shocked that he did this. But then I'm like,
You're trusting.
oh, then I posted a thing with the picture from All Assets Revealed. I'm like, wrestling. And Jay's like, that is fucking insane. I'm like, uh-huh. And no women signed up for that.
No.
They signed up to wrestle on WSU, Breaking Barriers, or WSU, whatever it is. They didn't sign up to be in CCW Girls, All Assets Revealed, or Hot and Sweaty action.
And especially, I'm sorry, with the front row, front and center is Hanaya. That chick has been dragged through the mud like nobody else's fucking business. She don't need that shit now.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember, like, hey, I remember I saw you in Chikara. She's like, yeah, fuck Chikara. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, my ex did that, and she kind of looked at me. I go, yeah, I'm going to walk away now before she kills me.
Yeah, when I saw Hanaya, first time I saw her, I was like, I saw you, about a year ago as Saturnine. She's like, yeah, fuck Saturnine. She's dead. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, then you find out.
I was like, all right. And she's like, yeah, and fuck Chikara. I'm like, okay.
Then you find out the story, and she has every right to be pissed.
I didn't even ask the story. She just said, fuck Saturnine, she's dead, fuck Chikara. I'm like, okay.
Oh, no, I knew the story, but that's why when that happened, I kind of was like, I'm going to walk away, because I don't want to die.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But the same thing is like, you know, you have people that are names now. And now you're profiteering off their names in a way that is like softcore adult thing.
Yeah.
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 That's...
Oh boy.
Yeah, you're profiteering off that. And that's bullshit. And that's bullshit. And that's where, if I'm, say, you know, Tessa Blanchard, Britt Baker, you know, people who have, like, serious bull... I mean, Baker's got, like, a whole, like, career outside of wrestling to worry about. And, you know, imagine if somebody comes in, oh, yeah, I saw something CZW Girls. She'll be like, what? Because this is years ago when she was still in school. I know she was still in school because I remember at the freaking table she had freaking homework with her. I'm like, shit. Yeah, no. This is wrong on so many levels. And the one thing we didn't need is sleaze in wrestling.
That's what we've been trying to get rid of.
Yeah. I mean...
And is it always going to be there?
Rob Feinstein got his name dragged through the mud, and thank fucking God he did.
There was a name we weren't... I think John was not trying to go with, but there we go.
Yeah.
That's my... Well, remember, MJF changed his name.
Oh, yeah, because of that reason. Hi, I'm Chris Hansen. Take a seat.
So Jacob Feinstein called him Robbie's bitch. And then he finally changed it to Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Yep.
Yeah, because he didn't know the whole thing about,
a little hot under the collar there.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, oh, why? Yeah, because he's like, why they call me Robbie's bitch? And then somebody finally, I guess, told him, Rob Feinstein did this with a kid. Like, yeah, Maxwell Jacob Friedman from now on. Yeah, that was the end of that.
Yeah, that was not a...
Probably Joey Janela told him.
Would you be shocked if Joey spilled that?
Well, Joey said he stuck around CZW for MJF and like another guy, and once they left, he was done. Oh, he stuck around for MJF and Leo.
Okay, yeah.
And once they left, he was done.
Oh, we saw his bail, dude. We were you at Best of the Best where he flipped everybody off and fucking stormed out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've seen it. I was gonna say shit. He's come back as fucking Starman for crying out loud before he goes back to CZW.
Oh,
yeah, yeah. But the thing is, it's weird because CZW used to be so respected, and now it's just.
Dude, me and you got the hell up out of there when we saw the fans start fucking trying to go back. Honestly, you know when me and you both left? Right around GCW leaving Game Changer. Leaving their home getting sold. Right around there. Because
the last CZW show I went to was when I caught the Best of the Beast virus.
That's right.
Yeah, David Starr wins Best of the Best, and I get sick for a week.
Yeah.
Oh,
but it was...
Because somebody was sick, and then they shat themselves and didn't even, bother, clean up.
Dude, those shows... The fact that people, like, literally, it's so embarrassing that even at women's shows... God damn it, Chris, how many people... It's 2 o'clock in the fucking afternoon. It's not like it's 8 o'clock at night. How many people did not shower going to these fucking shows?
Disgusting. It's disgusting.
Like, holy shit, me and you were about to pull heel and pull out a fucking can of Axe spray and fucking spray the entire front fucking row.
See how much... That's the problem with it. See, that's the problem with indie shows. The biggest problem with indie shows... coming back is gonna be with fans anyway. You have to you have to make them wash or something because it's gonna be a breeding ground for germs and viruses no matter what you do.
Dude, it's that's the thing that I'm always worried about because it's like that with going to a convention. I'll go to Anime Next in Atlantic City, or I went to New York for Comic-Con.
And half of these people that go to the shows that are of that awful hygiene thing are Trumpers, and they're not the smart Trumpers. If there is a smart Trumper, they're the Trumpers that will follow blindly no matter what. Because it's oh, you can shut up, you liberal scum, stupid libtard. Yeah.
I mean, we know a couple people that were like that, and maybe not that way, but they have other problems.
Yeah.
No one's
a lot of people jumped on the Trump bandwagon when Zandig said something.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but
Zandig somebody gonna like him now.
But I'm sorry, but when I literally
I'm back.
Okay.
I had to take a Mets.
Oh, okay. Well, we're almost done because it's 10:30.
Yeah. I'm holding on barely here, guys. We gotta wrap this up. I thought it was only gonna be 2 hours.
Well, we got into a topic.
Then we got Cornette in this.
Yeah.
And this deserved to be talked about.
Yeah, this needed to be.
I completely agree.
But that's the thing. And John, what Chris was saying was the biggest thing that's going to be a problem with indie shows coming back is hygiene. Is you're going to get people that need to literally, I shit you not, I will be that dick that comes in with double bottle of fucking Febreze and just spray the fucking front row.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
I will spray my fucking seat before I sit the fuck down. Because I'm sorry, that's already been pissing me the fuck off. I have fucking Jabberwocky masks sitting in my fucking closet. I'll fucking wear those with the fedora on when I walk into fucking shit. When I walk into fucking places. I don't give a fuck if I'm going to offend somebody. Take a fucking shower. It's plain and fucking simple. Literally, bottle of Axe, spray your fucking shirt. If you can't take a shower, fucking do that! Holy balls! Don't fucking smell like it. But that's the thing. That's the thing. It's going to be the motherfuckers that. I mean, shit. I've gone to cons where I have to wait a week. I take an extra week off because 90% of the time I'm getting the con virus. Because, oh, sweet baby Jesus, no one fucking bathes at these fucking anime cons. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just, it's like, that's why I don't go to the Chillers anymore. I don't go to the Monster Manias.
Oh yeah, you've seen it. Chiller's just as bad.
I only go to Legends because Legends isn't that bad.
There's sometimes I walk into Legends and that shit hits me like a fucking like a brick shit house.
Well, it depends on where and how many.
The main room.
The last couple of years they've been kind of light.
Yeah.
They haven't had any of the bigger guests, so it starts at 9 o'clock and by 1:30 everything's practically wrapped up already. So
yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is. So.
But
all right, shall we bring this train in or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us from Real to Heel. You can follow us on Facebook at the Nerdport Podcast, or the Nerd Zone Podcast, or the Nerdport Network. You can follow us on Twitter at F and Ronnie.
Trips NXC.
And the Zombie Master.
And for exclusive stuff soon to come, join us on Patreon at the Nerdport. And join our Discord, because there might be some call-in shows that are going to be strictly for Patreon down the road. So, with that being said, I'm Evan Ronnie. That's Trips. That's John. The check just cleared. We'll see you Wednesday. Have a good day, guys.
See ya.
Later.